This video is going to take you over the basics of how to produce shoes for your company. And I'm also going to give you some tips on how to control your costs. I'm also going to put together another video that details more techniques on controlling costs, because when you think about it, the two of the most difficult aspects of running your business in this simulation are controlling your costs and forecasting the market averages, or in other words, figuring out what your rivals are going to be doing next. So let's tackle the costs first. So your production needs are driven by marketing efforts, right? When you alter your marketing, it alters demand. And you forecast your current year demand from the wholesale marketing screen. Now, your wholesale marketing screen is kind of like your headquarters. That's this screen right here. And you can see that your shoe is right here. Now, you're going to compare your shoe to the averages that you forecast. And this generates a level of demand right there. And the same goes for all of your regions, Europe, Asia, and Latin America. Now, once you've generated your demand, you've got to produce those shoes. And now we're going to go over to the branded production screen. So we're going to click on here. Well, actually, we're going to be looking at your production capacity. And in order to look at how much shoes you're capable of producing, we're going to click on the production facilities screen. And that takes us here. And you can see here, every team is basically the same in terms of their production capabilities. You've got a 5 million shoe factory in North America, and you've got a 6 million shoe factory in Asia. Now, just because you have the capability of producing 5 million shoes in North America and 6 million shoes in Asia doesn't mean you're able to produce that many. So even though you have a 5 million, like I said, 5 and 6, you could only produce 4 million in each. If you want to get up to your maximum capacity of 5 million and 6 million, you have to fully equip your factories. And you can increase your capacity utilization by purchasing more equipment. Now, you're going to have to make the decision, do I produce new equipment to get up to 5 million in North America, or refurbished equipment? Refurbished is basically used equipment. The same thing goes with Asia. New or refurbished is going to get you up to 6 million. Now, it is possible to go beyond 5 million in capacity in North America and 6 million in Asia, but then you would have to expand your factory, and we'll have more on that later. Now, if you have enough capacity and you actually want to produce your shoes, you need to click on the branded production screen. And this is where you actually produce your shoes. Now you can see that your capacity here, you have 4 million capacity, you have a 4 million capability in each region. And because you could use overtime, you have an extra 800,000 pairs you can use using your overtime. So that gives you a total of 4.8 million shoes you're capable of producing in each factory. And you can see what you're actually producing. You can see what you actually need to produce right here. Now this 8.7 million shoes, that comes from your wholesale marketing screen in terms of the demand that you generated. So before you produce, you can make adjustments to your style and quality. Right now, you have so right now, you have a 4-star shoe in North America and a 4.1-star shoe in Asia. Now, these stars are based upon 4 factors. One is superior materials. The more superior materials, the higher the star rating. And also the number of models you produce. When you produce more models, it's a more complicated production process, and that could lower your SQ. And then enhanced styling and features. How up to date is your shoe in terms of stylings And then your TQM, Total Quality Management. That's the process you use in manufacturing that tries to cut down on defects. The more you spend on TQM per shoe, the higher your SQ. And there's a fifth factor that affects SQ, and that's best practices training. You don't see this here in the branded production screen. You would have to go to the compensation and training screen to see it. So you would just click on right here, compensation and training, and right here, how you train your workers has an impact on the quality of the shoe. So that's the fifth element on what affects SQ rating. Now let's say you decide to produce 4 million shoes, 4.033 million shoes in North America factory, and about 4.3 in Asia. Once those shoes are produced, they are now ready to be shipped. And you see that in the distribution and warehouse screen. And you're going to click on it right here, distribution warehouse, and those shoes that you produced are going to show up right here. Now, look at the shoes that you've shipped thus far. We produced 4.033 million, and only 3.755 have showed up for distribution. And the reason for that is because of rejects. See this right here? Some of your shoes were rejected on quality control measures, and that's why you don't get the full 4 million and you only get 3.751 million. So you can see how many shoes you need to ship in each region right here. So if you get these numbers close to 0, plus or minus 50, that means you've shipped the appropriate shoes based upon your demand. And you could ship anywhere you want. Let's say you wish to supply the entire market demand in North America from the North American factory. Well, you simply input the amount of shoes that you want right here, and then hit enter. And you can see how this number has changed. You would continue to ship the shoes until the market demand in all regions are satisfied. So in other words, until these numbers are close to 0. So this is the basic of producing and shipping. Now, in my next video, I'm going to discuss how you can adjust your factories to try to get the best cost structure you can, which is very important for the game. So that's all for now.